The surge in popularity of women's basketball looks like it's here to stay. The WNBA All-Star Game in Phoenix was probably the greatest spectacle in the league's history, Minnesota Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeves said. The past 9 months have been full of excitement with the announcement of the league's first 2 expansion franchises since 2008. They shifted to full-time charter travel at the beginning of 2024, and most recently, and probably the most significant thing, the signing of the 11-year, $2.2 billion media rights deal. Now, Kathy Engelbert believes that this will fuel a sustainable long-term economic model. This season, the WNBA has experienced unprecedented success. It has shattered TV ratings, it has the highest attendance in 26 years, but those involved say there's still work to be done. ESPN spoke to WNBA players across 8 teams, including 5 members of the Women's National Basketball Players Association Executive Committee and Kathy Engelbert about what they consider the league's most pressing issues moving forward. So players' answers range from salaries to pensions, scheduling, family care, and there was mostly optimism about how this new rights deal would make those improvements possible. Salaries are going to go up, player benefits are going to go up, hopefully benefits for families and working moms are going to get better, and then pension. I think that's something that we need to start dissecting a little bit. That's what Breanna Stewart had to say. Now, before specifics are determined, a decision looms ahead of the CBA, which is the current collective bargaining agreement. Now, the current CBA runs through 2027. The opt-out would go into effect following the 2025 season, though. But no matter the timing of the next negotiations between the players in the league, the growth the WNBA is seeing could bring lasting change. Nneka Ogwumike, who is the WNBPA president, told ESPN that with the surge of attention, accessibility, visibility, and of course, investment in dollars, the most pressing thing to consider right now is how we use the dollars to continue to grow and also value the players. And seeing what that looks like and what feels like a very transformational period in our league. Now, Diana Taurasi said that that's the one thing she's always been talking about is player salaries. How do we move forward? How do we make sure our players don't have to go overseas for 10 years? She's hoping that they can grow the league. Hopefully the All-Stars and young Olympians can be here in the country and make the same amount of money for the next 10, 20 years. Going back to the conversations that ESPN had with those players, they also identified raising salaries and changing the salary structure as a top priority. The player super maximum currently sits at almost $242,000 for 2024, while the minimum salary for players with 0 to 2 years of service is $64,154 and $76,500 basically for those with 3+ years. However, each team operates with a hard cap of just a bit over $1.4 million for 2024. Here's the kicker. Now, as you know, each team can only have a maximum of 12 players. Now, teams that prioritize signing multiple higher salaried veterans might only be able to afford 11 players. Now, Phoenix, Seattle, Connecticut, and Las Vegas, they're only carrying 11 players this season. Now, some mid-level veterans get squeezed out in favor of rookies because they have cheaper salaries. All in all, great things are happening in the WNBA, not only for the players, but for the fans as well.